It has been a long few days for me. To be honest, I don't think I've slept. If I did, I dreamt in numbers like I was Sir Isaac Newton or some shit. But it's part of the game. This is going to be a very long 6 months, so get ready. I mean, sleep is going to have to be. I know that was my health tip yesterday, but your muscles don't matter when the money's flowing like this. Okay, so this. We got to be ultra focused. We got to be ultra focused right now, and we can't let the outside situations get to us. Like, yes, for instance, like you're walking home from the gym at 11 o'clock in broad daylight and right near the corner store that you're at every day, and some wild monkey swings out of a tree and tries to rob you for your watch. Like one of those situations. And I'm not going to get into it because it'll take me an hour to explain it, and my head will probably explode, and I don't want to do a death video tonight. I don't want to end my own life on stream. So I'm just going to leave. Listen, the guy came up to me. Long story short, the guy came up to me. I stood my ground. He walked away, period. So that's the lesson there. If you're a white guy and you're in this situation, because let's be honest, it's always going to be that way. It's never going to be the other way around. And if you're one of those people that's like, it's not that guy, it's not that guy, get the fuck off my page. But the lesson is, head on a swivel. I shouldn't be walking around with this type of equipment with my head in my phone and my earphones in. That's the lesson. Unless I live in the countryside named Bettysville. Okay? No health tip today. I can't even see straight. So I got to get right into the stocks. And to be honest, I am excited. Okay? I am happy. It's a good day. But again, I'm not trying to be Gary Glaze here. But almost all of this, like I day traded after hours today, made an extra 5 G's. I day traded Hoth in the morning, made $2,000. Should have made 15, but whatever. So that's $7 grand was my own accord today. 25.5 was TT Stocks picks. And I got to stop saying TT Stocks because it sounds like I'm saying Titty Stocks. Titans picks. I don't have too much time. I don't want to make these videos an hour long, but I could go on for an hour about how solid this subscription service is. Like, it's a joke. At this point, it's a joke. And if you listen, it's up to you to make the trade. You have to be paying attention when he calls the pick. You have to be paying attention when he calls the second time or he starts posting the DD. You have to know the flow of how these things are happening. 1. 2, if you see 10, 20, 30, 40, 50% gains and you haven't sold a share, go back to the drawing board and figure it out. Because it's too easy. I mean, it's like literally, it's like sitting at a roulette table and they're just like handing you chips and you're not taking them because you want more. And you haven't even anteed up. You haven't even put a ball on the circle swinging thing. And they're just handing you chips. And then eventually they're just like, nope, you lose. And you're like, nah. Why didn't I take the chips right there? It's like having a pallet of shoes that you just bought on Amazon for $7,000, and immediately, without even you having to do anything, a guy comes in and he says, "Hey, I'd take that pallet for 10 grand," and you're like, "Nah, I'll wait." Are you a stunad? I don't even know what that word means, but my grandfather said it, and it probably means you. It's unbelievable that he should not have to deal with this. He should not have to deal with, he's giving you this stuff on a silver platter. You have to get good at trading yourself. He cannot push the buttons for you. Neither can I, neither can anyone else, neither can your dad, neither can your brother. I'm sorry, I'm tired. I'm not just tired physically, I'm tired mentally from the stupidity. Listen, I get it, you're new, but learn. I promise you can. That's the important thing, is everybody wants their hand held. And again, don't get jealous. If you see me making 30 grand and you have a $200 portfolio, don't expect to make 900% on your next 6 plays to get to where I'm at. play your game, and take your time and learn. Don't just sit there and be like, okay, TT Stock said that. Titan Trader said this. Titan Trader said this. Peter Penny said this. Peter Penny said that. Should I buy here? Should I sell here? Should I hold here? Those are the decisions you need to make. We will put the stuff in front of you. You have to move it. Does that make sense? But that takes effort. That takes learning time. Oh my God, I'm on one today. But all right, with that being said, my challenge account, I'm originally, when I first put the money in there, I think that day I made like $6,000. So my account was up to 31 from the 25. This was, I think, on May 17th. So it was not that long ago. Put it in, made my own 6K. Then I was like, okay, it's time to start, getting into this service and seeing what this whole subscription thing is about. Since then, my account has gone from 31, and this has been 4 days. In 4 days, my account has gone from 31,000 to 86,000. I would say 25% of that is my own day trades, and 75% is just being on point and being like, Livy said, huh? Livy said this. Bye. Thank you very much. Give me the money, please. Put it in the bank. Talk to my banker, and he will put it in, and maybe in my checking or maybe in my savings. But either way, it's in the bank. And that's all I have to do. And it's $25 a month. Okay? 31,000 to 86 in 4 days. I have no doubt in my mind that I will make at least $250,000 in June. It's like not even a lot. Is that even a lot? And it'll be 75% his picks. So buy the service. Sell your children if you have to. All right. So anyway, I hope that I can even put that out. It might be a little bit much. I don't know what I said about the whole robbery thing. I kind of went blank. But I mean, give me a break, bro. Somebody tried to rob me for $25,000 in broad daylight right on my street. It's a little bit startling and annoying. I could just sit here and talk all day about my day. Not to mention, I got all these plants. Like, I don't plant. I don't even know why. I was just like, whatever, go spend some money. Like, I don't know. What am I going to spend money on? Plants? What is it called? Weeble. I still got to get these charts up for you guys. I just don't have any time at the moment. Like, where I'm in TradingView and it has after hours and pre-market, because that's important. Because that's when a lot of these trades go off. So, let me see. I know that I'm too big or no, I made myself small. I don't know how to do this. There it is. Isn't it? I'm sorry, guys. Here, let me go into TradingView. My bad. You'll still be able to get the idea. Okay, so what was, so it was MREO. See, this is why, no, let me pause this. Okay, sorry, I had to set this up. I got to get better with these charts for you guys. My TradingView used to be connected to after hours pre-market. I forgot how it came off, and I don't know how to put it back on. So just make sure everything looks good. So we'll have to stick with this for now. So I'm just going to go over real quick. I don't personally have any picks tonight. I've just been kind of going with the flow, like whatever's hot during the day. The theme is still space, but there's still underlying themes throughout the day. I'm basically just finding the volume and trading it, which is what you're supposed to do every day. But space would be the theme right now. So chances are, if you're trading space, it's going to have volume and it's going to have volatility, which is what we need to make money. So the first one was MREO. We'll just go over that one. Now, Are you kidding me? Oh, it's got to be on 4 hour. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. Wow. Am I a genius that I just figured that out that quick? Am I a genius? These are things that we have to ask God to tell us. Because that I was about to have to turn it off and figure it out and go on Google, and I clicked one button and it was there. Some days you just get lucky, you know. But either way, so this is after night, and this is like probably overnight. This is or whatever. But look, here's the thing: these white bars, those are during the day. This is a 4 hour chart. So you know. I forget where he calls it. He calls it at like 30, okay, in the subscription that you were not a part of because you're a bum and you can't afford $25 for whatever reason. And he calls it at, I don't know, 30, 32, whatever, okay? Throughout the day, it continues up. Where the price is moving. It's steady because every one of these picks, you have to remember, actually has DD behind it. There's a reason it's going up. It does not dilute. It does not have an ATM open. The reason why these picks work is because they are clean. They are there's nobody else on them. There's no groups on them. There's a lot of things that go into this, and it's not just what they do. It's not what the company does. That plays a part. It plays a major part. But sometimes people don't realize why stocks will go up and why stocks will go down. And most of the time, it's dilution. So, you know, all of these picks, they're not diluting. They're on theme. They're thin. They allow for movement, which gives you an opportunity. If you're in the subscription base, you probably got it at 32. If you're in the just as Twitter, then you probably got it at 37. So no matter where you got it, you had a chance to make at least 30, 40%. Now, I actually sold this very well. I sold this at 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and most at 46. But again, scale out. You don't have to like wait for the peak. If I take 41, 42, 43, and I see weakness at 38, then I'll just sell the rest at 38. I'm in at 32. You got I feel like also people want the max. Like if it was at 43 and it goes back down to 38, they're like, well, it's got to go back to 44 or else I'm going to make less money. And before they know it, they're back to even. So beautiful call. It worked for me. This was started my day. I made like 16 grand. That's why I had to stay up because I knew that this was going to happen in the morning and I want to make sure that I was awake for it. I think it came at 3, so I had to wait. It took a little bit of, with being heavy in it, I was a little bit nervous that it wasn't going to get that push, but it did, and I took advantage. Next one, A-Ray. I sold this one too soon, okay? Like, even me with my experience, and I'm sure even Livy, like obviously everybody, they're not going to sell the peak and buy the bottom every time. So you got to get that out of your head. Like, don't even think that. Look, this one, again, called it, I forget, in the 30s, hit 54. I think it was at 40. He called it at 40 for the subs. He called it at like 46 for the people outside, and it hit 54. So if you're in at 46, you're still making 20%. If you're in at 40, you're making like 40%. I sold this too early. I made my money. I made my 9, 10 grand. And I said, you know what? This is how 10 grand, 17 grand, 2 grand, 5 grand, 300, 400, 9,000, 6,000. Not 150 trillion, if that makes sense. Like, this isn't rocket science. It takes time. You want to be a profitable trader. This is my 3rd straight year being profitable within the hundreds of thousands. So just take my word for it. I don't make that much every day. I might here with this subscription service, but either you get the idea. If your goal is to make 100 hours a day and you have your $150, you take it and you go outside and you plant plants and you go to the store and you talk to a lady or you have a friend over and watch a game. I don't care what you do in your spare time. Just get off the goddamn screen. Get it? Okay, so there you go. That's A-Ray. Another beautiful call. Multiple advantages to make money. Today, soon. Gave it at 90. Okay, it was already showing signs of strength. So you already now here's the thing. When I get his alert, I immediately buy it. That's just the way I am because I know that I'm probably the first one to see it because I'm like this all day. So I know, and I'm quick with it. I'm nice with it. So I know that I'm going to be in there very quickly before most people. So, I get in as quick as I can, and I know that this thing is going to do it because I already know it's a solid pick. I already know the DD's there. I already know it's on theme. But look at this chart. I mean, if you would have seen this ahead of time, this already looks bullish. And I'm sure that's what he's seen. So you get this bullish candle. Then you get an immediate push and a hold at 105. Again, this is in at 90. So you have, you're already 15 to 20% up. You're already 20% up, 15% up. Then he starts to release it, like the general public gets it at, let's say 106, 107, and it hits 128. Again, no matter whether you're in the service or outside of the service, even though obviously I recommend getting in earlier than everybody else, you still have the opportunity to make money every single time. Every single time. Every single time. So again, I'll reiterate, if the price is going up and you bought 92 and you see 120 and you're not even thinking about to sell it, stop thinking about what you're going to make if it hits 177 or $2. Stop thinking that. The price is in front of you. Your gain is here. Now start computing. Okay, this is significant for me. I'm up 30%. That's a lot to make in an hour. Let's start to scale out here. Oh man, I'm starting to see weakness. Let me sell it down. Oh, I'm starting to see it build a little bit here. Maybe it's got another leg. Another leg? Okay, I'm taking the rest. You have to think in those terms, not like you have to think in the right now. You have to think about what's in front of you, not what could be. You got to stop dreaming. We're not dreamers. We're traders. So those are his three stocks. And then I'm going to go with I don't even have any because like I said, I've been following the volume. So I probably already said that 8 times, but let me find this on my thing. Okay, here. So we got, I'll just go down the list. Hub C. Yeah, I mean, like, look, someone brought this up on Twitter. I saw it at 10, 11. I probably would have bought it. That's always like a good area to, no, it's not $200. Relax. People are like, yo, is that it after hours? I mean, it flash crashed to 8 too. I wouldn't have bought there. I would have tried to wait for. Remember, this is a 4-hour chart, and that could have been on like just a random dump down on light volume. But you still saw stability right around 10, and if it's stabilizing at a level of a psychological level like that, which is 10, 5, $1, $5. Any type of psychological barrier, which is usually a flat number and an even number, then there's a good chance that it's going to make a move, especially after hours, because that's when people are going to try and push the price. There's less volume. You can there's not as many people paying attention, and you get a spike like this. Now, in the morning, I'm sure after, maybe I should buy some of this overnight. But either way, if it dips, I'll buy it. I won't chase it. But I would say if you're in this, in the morning, a lot of times what they're going to do is they're going to try and flush you out. So they're going to try and make you nervous. This is why I usually, if I'm in a 4 a.m. stock or 1 a.m. my time, I always wait at least 15 to 30 minutes to look at my phone. If it went down, fine. But if I'm in something like this, I don't even look at it in them because they will always try and get you out. Like they'll send it from 13 to 12 and you'll be like, oh my God, it's going, I'm losing all my money. And then within 5 minutes at like 19. So that's my word of advice for a stock like this. If you are trading this in the morning, be wary that they're going to try and shake you out within the first 5 to 15 minutes. I would advise not even to look at it until the first 20 minutes. By then, it should have stabilized and it's either moving up or it's cooked for whatever reason. But something like this, I mean, it's going to be hard to be cooked. You're probably going to get like a wick, maybe a gap up, a wick down to like here, and then a whiplash. That's my guess. So great pick. I can't buy it. Moo didn't allow for this, or otherwise I would have bought it at 10. So that's a shame, but either way, good one there. Okay. Sick, dude. Nice, bro. So sad, dude. Sick, dude. Nice, bro. GNS. Did this make a move? I'm sorry, like all my videos are gonna be a half hour. Like my bad. Like I don't know how to be like, this is a talk, this is what I do. I have to like talk. Whoa. Sick. When did he mention this? Oh, okay. So he was probably already in it. Greg Peters called out, take a peek at the old scammer Roger Hamilton, which is the CEO. Yeah, I mean, he's always running scams, but this is a good one to watch. This is a good one to watch. Now let's look at the daily here, because this is clearly a gap. That was after hours when it did that. Yeah, but see, for me, it's like, bro, you're already here. You're already basically like, you're too high. I'm not going to chase something up 150%. Like, you give me a solid panic dip, maybe I'll scale in and then sell it like immediately. But this is too far gone for me, which is another, it's good that we're looking at certain things like this because, you know, like I'm sure for instance, I'm sure all over the boards right now, they're like, this is going to $50. Roger Hamilton is my God. Roger Hamilton is my son. Roger Hamilton is my wife. He is going to take us to the promised land, like the land of milk and honey, like Moses in the Bible. Like I'm sure the world is talking about this stock right now, about how it's the most glorious thing to ever touch this face of the planet in the history of humankind. I'm sure. But yeah, nah, it's too overbought, and I mean, it is a scam. So whatever they're talking about, I mean, it used to be a school, like an online school, and then they were like a Bitcoin miner. God only knows. Now they're probably going to Mars. I guarantee it. Yeah, I don't even have to look. What was their PR today? We're going to Saturn. Roger Hamilton is the pilot. It's fucking retard shit. Sorry. Anyway, and there's such an army there. I'm sure people are going to like report me to the SEC because I'm sure they're like, you can't say anything about our GNS. I've been in it for 6 years through 9 reverse splits and I've lost all my money. I'm down from 10,000 to 1 penny and you're a meanie. It's like, no, dude, the company's the meanie. Like, what are we doing? Okay, I think last one. Keep space. I guess my picks were just continued space into the 12th. You got a couple days there. Hoth. I'm out of this. I tried to sell in the last minute. Because I was in at like 171 average for like 15,000 shares. And it went up to 174. I'm like, dude, whatever. It's $500. Like, I don't even care. But I didn't want to hold it into this. I don't like holding into anything. Reverse splits. Whatever, a name change. Like, I don't even want, I got everything out. I think it was like 25 grand or something, except for like $800. And I'm like, sick, dude. Like, it didn't fill me on like 60 shares. I'm like, nice, bro. So that's how close I was, though, to not selling any of it. It was like within the last 0.5 of a second. But I mean, this had a beautiful day. I did, I played this perfectly. I saw it mentioned in the Discord. Then I saw Titan Trader mention it. So I'm like, okay, this is going to get volume. This is going to be good. I waited for the initial spike from 74. I saw it go to 83. I was like, whatever. I'm obviously not going to buy here. It was flagging. So let me go back to, let me do like this is a better thing to see on a 15-minute. Okay, yes. Now, sometimes things like this can very easily just go like this and go like this. So you have to keep that in mind. Now, we're in a hot market. This was a big PR. They were talking about the hot theme space. This was like a big deal, and it was getting a lot of volume. So I knew there was going to be a move to be made. So I think it was called here. I think it was called, he called it at 74. You know, it ran straight up to $1. Obviously, I'm not going to chase these candles here. Then I waited for it to come down. No. I saw it come back down here. I missed my buy-in because I wanted to get right here. I wanted to see, let me put it on the 15-minute. Oh. Well, no, the 5-minute is what I usually use. So just for people that want to know that, let me just zoom in. Maybe I can zoom in better. Yeah, I mean, like, there was just a flag going on. Like, outside of these, like, it was just a flag. So I wanted to buy it like right here and try and pinpoint it. I think my bids were from like 76.5 to 74.5. And it just didn't hit. So then I had to watch it do this. And I'm like, all right. If it gets away from me, it gets away from me. Like, I'm not going to get FOMO. There will be another pick within 15 minutes. Who cares? Then I saw it come down. And where did I get in? Yes. Okay. So I started to scale in on this drop. Because again, this was looking like this was going to be the bottom of that flag. But the flag broke. But I was like, still, dude, there's no way this is dead. Like, it can't be dead. So I started buying in, and my average was like 79 or something. So not the best, but not the worst. Then I had my stop loss at literally like here. I said my stop loss is at under 75. It was at 74.5. It hit like 74.92. And on a very thin stock that's very volatile, that's hard to do. But I knew that's where I should be buying. See, that's the thing is I chased up at 79. I got a little bit of FOMO. I was like, well, this is at the bottom of the flag. But I knew, whatever. I kept looking in and out of time differentials. And I was like, yeah, well, 75 is probably going to be the bottom. So I should have just put my shares there and just done what I was doing and not looked at my phone. But I'm an addict. And I got a little bit of FOMO. And I bought a little bit too high, a little bit too much. So it missed my stop loss. But this is where not having the correct buy-in and not sticking to a script can harm you in the future, is because I was playing from down now. I'm down like, $2,000, not that big of a deal, whatever it was. I don't even know what it was down. But it was just still like, well, if this bottom does fall out, I could be down $8,000 really quick and really start screwing up my day. So all of a sudden, my objective changed from let's take this from 79 to 120 and make 50%. Instead, it went from let's just get right back above our average and we'll take our gain. See how that works? So once it popped up, I think I waited for it to get, I sold, no, was it not? I did have to wait. This is the 5-minute chart. I remember waiting a little bit. And then, it's my stupidity because look, again, you have another flag coming here and this was the breakthrough. I should have held it through this. This was my fault. But I saw it, I just put my shares at 90 because again, this was previous resistance. So I was just like, whatever, I just got to get out of this trade. I don't want to go back to my break even anymore. I'm up money. I'm up 2,500 now or whatever it was. I don't remember. But it's time. I just need to get out of this with a gain and move on with my life. And immediately ran to 130. It halted up. Now, did I sit there and complain and say, oh my God, I could have done this, I could have done that? No. In fact, I waited all day. I watched it move all day. I saw it 111. I was like, I should be buying that, but I was focused on other things. And it went all the way to 180, 186 after hours. So that would have been a good buy. But my point is there was opportunities throughout the day. I didn't have to be in it the whole time. I didn't have to make max gain. I didn't have to sell it perfectly. I still made money on it. Then what? I waited to the end of the day. It was still the hot stock of the day. You still got Titan Trader on it. So I'm like, okay, let me look at my levels here. Got in at 152, sold 170, got back in at 157. I was on the phone. I had put a bid in at 157, 10,000 shares, and I was like, that's not going to hit. I got off the phone like 5 minutes later, and I look, and it's back at like 170. So immediately sell it. And I made an extra $5,000. So that's $7,500 on the day. No, I didn't make it all in one shot, but that's a lot of money to make on 3 trades. This is how a trader visualizes the market. It's not I buy this and it goes to the moon and I make $1 million and I retire tomorrow. It's adapting to what's happening in the moment. And however that is, however long you want to spend doing this. If you want to do this for all day, every day, you're on the 5-minute lot. Some people do the 1 minute. I don't think that gives a good enough idea in volatility. But I do the 5-minute. If I want to expand it and try and get a better, figure out even a more pinpoint buy-in, I do 15-minute. Don't usually use 30. Then I go to 1 hour and I go to 4 hour. 4 hour is going to show, a very strong trend. 5-minute is going to show a trend that, might be breaking out of the flag, but it still could come back down to, the bottom of that channel. So that's how you trade these stocks. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm doing as much as I can. And all I'm saying is like, look, I know you guys have a lot of questions and, you know, you do pay $25 a month to be on that subscription. But just like, all I'm asking is you show effort. Like if you have a question, make it be a question that you can't Google. If you have a question, don't make it about when I should sell or when I should buy. That's up to you. You know, people, you're never going to get good at this. My entire beginning of my career, I lost hundreds of thousands. I was working like a dog, working 36-hour shifts, doing production here, production there. You know, like, bro, it was insane. But I built up the money and I kept losing it. That's what it takes. This is what it takes to become a good trader. This is how you get to $30,000 a day. Years of being fucked, of not wanting to put your teeth in. That was one time I lost like so much money when I was new and I had a fake tooth and I like didn't even wear it all week. I was just like, I don't even care. I'm toothless now. That's not even a false story. But either way, it takes a lot of trial and error. And if you're not willing to put that time in, then I would say unsubscribe and stop trading. It's not worth your effort. It's because if you're not going to put in the effort, you're not going to get anything out of it. I promise you that. When I learned myself. I didn't watch YouTube. I didn't read a book. I didn't watch, you know, some guy on TV. It was all trial and error. Failure. Break even. Oh, made some money this year. Ooh, made 100 grand this year. Ooh, made 200 grand this year. Ooh, made 160 grand this year. Like it takes time. So hang in there, you know, do the best you can. But the constant, what should I buy and what should I sell? It's working against you. I promise you it's not going to help you. So that's the video. Hopefully this wasn't 2 hours long. I'm going to go die on my couch and I'm going to sleep in numbers again.